Hi guys, I'm back. Last night I had a movie night with my brother and we watched two amazing movies. So I decided I'm going to do two short, spoiler-free reviews because they were amazing. If I did spoiler-filled, this would be a very long video, so not doing that. And just to let you know, the reason I'm doing these two together is they both have Christian Bale as the main character. So first of all, Christian Bale is an amazing actor. He's from Newsies, where he's playing a New Yorker kid with a very thick accent. He's a great child actor, by the way. To The Prestige, where he's kind of playing the villain-ish character. Does an amazing job as that. It's a Christopher Nolan movie. To the Dark Knight trilogy, another more Christopher Nolan movies. Probably my favorite Batman. And now these two, and he just does an amazing job with all of them, and I love him and everything that he is in. So, he's a great actor. Also, fun fact, Reign of Fire, Reign of Fire is the first movie that I see him where he's a Brit, and he really is a Brit, so it's the first time I see him using his actual accent. So, just a fun fact. He uses an American accent a lot. Okay, so we're going to start off with the first one that we watched, which was Equilibrium. This movie is very similar to The Giver, if you've seen or watched that one, where the government's taken over and decided that enemy number one of humanity is emotions. So everyone in society takes this injection that eradicates their emotions so they can't feel. Also, in this society, they have basically police officers called clerics that go out into the netherworld, or even in their society, but the netherworld, the ruined remains of our world, and they hunt down sense offenders, so people who are feeling, they've skipped the dose and they have their emotions. So yeah, that's kind of the society that they're in. No emotions, and then these clerics running around taking out anyone who does, and they burn anything that can invoke emotion, so art, literature, music, all of that. Even like architecture, like pieces of furniture that are pretty, all of that. So the plot is that this cleric, one of the top clerics, he stops his doses, his injections, and he starts to feel again. And so it's him going through this roller coaster ride of him getting his feeling for the first time, and going through the price of feeling, but also the price of not feeling, and weighing that and hiding the fact that he's feeling so he doesn't get killed. It's so good. I love it. It's a great plot line, and it is very similar to Giver. And I think in both of those movies, Giver and Equilibrium, they portray feeling for the first time in such an amazing way, and I love it. I love that concept of I have never felt before. Let me show you kind of what it's like to see this for the first time, to feel this for the first time. And it's so great. And it shows how important emotions are. I love it. Okay. So the second one that we watched is called Reign of Fire, which I mentioned before is the first time I've seen Christian Bale as an actual Brit. But in this one, also great. It's a very different movie. It's post-apocalyptic. It's set like very post-apocalyptic, but it's dragons. I love it. It's freaking dragons. I am a dragon nerd. I love dragons so much. They're my favorite fantasy creature, so I kind of freaked out about this. It's so good, and it's also so different for a movie involving dragons. So I loved it. So, Christian Bale in this is kind of head over a group of Europeans who are survivors from the fallout of these dragons that literally scorched the earth. One of his best friend is Scottish, and he's the voice actor for Stoic from How to Train Your Dragon. So, Stoic, dragons, very different ending. So, those two are heads over this group of Europeans that have still survived, and they're literally just trying to outlast the dragons. It's like, let them starve themselves and go back to sleep, and we will rebuild. So that's their goal, survival. And then these Americans show up, led by Matthew McConaughey, who is bald and buff, and it does not look right. Oh my gosh. I've seen Matthew McConaughey in lots of different things. I have, but him coming out of a tank with no hair, a beard, and nothing but, and then no shirt, just this leather vest thing covering his muscular torso, is never how I envisioned Matthew McConaughey. It was very weird. It caught me off guard. It looked wrong. But he still did an amazing job. It was still great. He did play kind of a hateable character. His character was kind of hateable. But that aside, that some American, well, there are actually a lot of Americans that are hateable. It's fine. Anyway, yes, this group of Americans shows up led by Matthew McConaughey, and they are claimed to be dragon slayers. Like, we need to kill the dragons. And I feel like I don't know if it's a spoiler or not, but the movie ends up revolving around Matthew McConaughey trying to recruit Christian Bale and his men to help him take out this big, basically, alpha dragon. And it's like, if we could take him out, maybe we can wipe out the species. So that's like the end climax, is they're trying to take out this big dragon. And excuse me. Yeah, they have a very tense, Matthew McConaughey and Christian Bale have a very tense relationship. He's like, no, I'm not. Christian Bale is very protective of his people. It's like, I'm not going to let you get my people killed. And he is it's like, we need to get rid of the dragons or we're going to die. So it's a very fun, very different movie, and it was very enjoyable to watch. And not just because I'm a dragon nerd. But yes, it was very well done. They were both of these movies were so good. And I mean, they're so different from each other, but they both have Christian Bale, so I figured they'd go together review-wise. But yes, I love these movies. If you have not seen them, I highly recommend going to watch them. They are older, so you're gonna have to, find them at eBay or something, or Last Stop, I don't know. But yes, they're very good. I highly recommend them. Go watch them. They're fantastic. And Christian Bale is such an amazing actor. So, yes, that is my short little dual review for today. Oh, also, fun fact about Reign of Fire, it takes place in 2020. Just for some context. I noticed that last night, and I was like, 2020. And my brother was like, oh, never noticed that. I would have preferred dragons to COVID. So, what could have been? We were robbed, guys. We could have had dragons. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have seen these movies and want to post your comments or opinions or whatever down below, love to discuss these with you, because I love these movies. If you haven't seen them, go watch them. I'd love to hear your reaction down in the comments. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you all next time.